Esto iba a ser... Ah,
Any news on rifts beyond reach of the Inquisition?
Encima es el instante.
And it is not good.
Bueno. Conseguir dinero. Hay una que duraba un poco.
The city has agreed to send us 5 dozen guardsmen.
Not raw recruits. With luck, they'll know which end to grip a sword by.
Sí, acá.
Inquisitor?
Vamos a poner a Josephine. Este es para Cullen.
Inquisitor.
Bueno, la de... La de especialización del Inquisidor están... esta es. Y me ponen acá para que vaya. Sí, lo que pasó es que llegaron 3 maestros, cada uno con las especializaciones, como ya dije, que hay 3 por cada clase. Y yo me voy a hacer mago de la grieta. Acá si nos sentamos, juzgamos a personas que hemos capturado. Por ejemplo, el mago, que era el maestro de Dorian, el que hizo la magia esa temporal que nos envió al futuro, todo eso, me puedo sentar ahí y juzgarlo. Pero ahora no, vamos a... Bueno, sí, vamos a hacerlo ahora porque si después voy a hablar con Dorian.
Impressive, is it not? Fit for a leader, meant to show influence and the burden of it. It is where the Inquisition will sit in judgment, where you will sit in judgment.
Who will I be judging exactly?
Those who have done wrong. You will know of them, at the very least. All this presumes they have survived their initial encounter with you, of course.
Will we be taking heads right here in the hall?
Goodness, no! If such an option is available, it will be done elsewhere. And it may not be necessary. The Inquisition's sovereignty is derived from the allies who validate it. You are both empowered and bound. Justice has many tools. If their application is clever, execution may even seem merciful by comparison.
Is there anyone I should judge?
Take the throne when you're ready. We will bring him before you.
Bueno, esa fue una introducción.
This was a surprise. After you return from the bogs, we discovered this man attacking the building with a goat. Chief Movran the Under. He feels slighted by the killing of his Avar tribesmen, who repeatedly attacked you first. What should we do with him? Where should he go?
Los tiraba cabras.
You answered the death of your clan with a goat.
A courtroom? Unnecessary. You killed my idiot son, and I answered, as is my custom, by smacking your holdings with goat's blood.
Don't look at me.
No foul. He meant to murder Tevinters, but got feisty with your Inquisition. A red-headed mother guarantees a brat. Do as you've earned, Inquisitor. My clan yields. My remaining boys have brains still in their heads.
I don't have time for idiots. Let's get this over with. Chief Movran, crimes, etc. You and your people just get out.
Push us out. You've earned it. Have fun with whoever we push back.
Los podría haber mandado de Winter, pero... ¿Ves? Tenemos más todavía. Pero yo soy fan de The Winter, así que... Mandar a un bruto a atacar The Winter.
You recall Gerion Alexius of the Winter. Ferelden has given him to us as an acknowledgement of your aid. The formal charges are apostasy, attempted enslavement, and attempted assassination, on your own life, no less. Tevinter has disowned and stripped him of his rank. You may judge the former magister as you see fit.
Claro, este es el que yo decía.
After what he's done, it's time someone did.
I couldn't save my son. Do you think my fate matters to me?
Will you offer nothing more in your defense?
You've won nothing. The people you saved, the acclaim you've gathered. You'll lose it all in the storm to come. Render your judgment, Inquisitor.
La puedo transformar en tranquila. Yo lo había puesto acá. Lo que pasa, a ver si lo transformo en tranquilo. Yo sé lo que pasa si lo mando a investigar magia. Ah, estoy viendo una cosa. Vamos a hacer un tranquilo.
The magic you wielded was beyond anything this world has ever seen, and must never see again. Geryon Alexius, I sentence you to tranquility.
Tranquility? So be it. Death would be preferable.
Bueno, ya no hay más. Habíamos hablado con...
It's looking good. Not good enough.
We've stopped losing at least.
Faster than you thought.
Ah,
Admit it.
marcó el barrio.
I admit it.
Bueno, con Sola ya hablamos. Vamos arriba. Acá creo que está Dorian. Sí, ahí está Dorian. Ah, esa cuál es la mesa de investigación. Y acá está Fiona.
Brilliant, isn't it? One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
Sí.
You don't need to worry about me, I can keep up.
Yes, I noticed that.
Did you now?
Certainly. If you were a slack-jawed yokel, you'd already be dead. I always assumed the Elder One behind the Venatori was a Magister. But this is something else completely. In Tevinter, they say the Chantry's tales of Magisters starting the Blight are just that. Tales. But here we are. One of those very Magisters, a dark spawn.
Who does the Imperium say started the Blight?
You know how it is. Not us. They say Darkspawn were always there. Magisters and the Blight aren't even related. Is that a surprise? No one wants to admit they shit the bed. But if Corypheus is one of the Magisters who entered the Black City and he's Darkspawn, what other explanation is there?
Clearly the Imperium has no idea.
The Imperium is a land of lies built upon secrets, built upon falsehoods. I knew what I was taught couldn't be the whole truth, but I assumed there had to be a kernel of it, somewhere. But no, it was us all along. We destroyed the world.
En realidad fue Solas, Fenareles.
last I checked, the Blights hadn't actually destroyed the world.
Not for lack of trying. If they were more clever, they'd have unleashed something that would really do the job. No one will thank me, whatever happens. No one will thank you either. You know that, yes?
That's not why I'm doing this.
I knew there was something clever about you. All I know is this. Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like him ruined my homeland. I won't stand by and let him ruin the world. Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way.
Se terminó una operación, pero no sé si... Vamos a seguir charlando.
You made Alexius tranquil. I wish you'd just killed him. He was a decent man once. He deserved to keep his dignity. I hope I don't run into him. That would be more than I could handle.
There must be some reason you haven't left. You can't want to stay.
Why? I have to be fond of you to agree with what you're doing. I do think you blunder about, Inquisitor, thrashing like a caged dragon at everything that displeases you. I still believe Corypheus needs to be stopped, and that I need to be here to help stop him.
Why is that so vital to you? There must be a reason.
I'm just whimsical that way. Of course there's a reason. Corypheus was a Magister. He represents everything dark and terrible in my country. I have to help. Even if it means I stand on the sidelines watching, I'll do it. I need to know he's defeated. If that's meaningless to you, then tell me to go and I will.
No, I'm not asking you to leave.
Excellent. Then let's not belabor it further.
Casi lo he hecho.
Something you need?
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Popular topic. Anything specific?
Corypheus is a figure out of Tevinter history. He was a Magister.
Yes, but that was a different time. The Imperium's power was at its peak then. The Civil War had ended. The Magisterium was united, its armies scooping up bits of Thedas like candy. The Magisters who entered the Black City. It was a demonstration of how exceptional Tevinter had become.
But who were they?
No one knows. There's no record of a Magister named Corypheus. All this happened 1400 years ago, before the Blight nearly wiped us out. There are no records. Today, people half believe it's all just a story. That's what I believed.
We have evidence the story is very much real.
But not who Corypheus is. If he even remembers. There used to be families who claimed some of those Magisters as their own. That stopped when the Chantry appeared. Then it was shameful, and the families distanced themselves from the tale. All we know is that some men and women entered the Black City looking for the old gods. What did they find? According to Corypheus, nothing. And only he could tell us more.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
I should go.
You know where I'll be. The Inquisitor's work is never done, I see.
I should go.
Try not to kill anyone without me.
Vamos a la mesa de operaciones y después sigo. Continúo charlando.
Did you see the message I sent?
Yes, thank you.
Bueno, no, este vamos a esperar, A ver. Ah, mirá, este es inmediato. No nos dicen quién es, yo ya sé quién es. Eso también, eso
It was
que...
abandoned when we arrived. Who named this place Skyhold?
Solus says it changed hands so many times, the original builders can't be traced.
I read the House of Armitage once built a fortress in the vicinity 5 ages ago, but the records are lost.
Bueno, eso también tendré que haberla hecho. Igual ahora vamos a charlar ahí con la mujer. Bueno, ya spoileé un poco. Es una mujer.
Let's see what we have.
Capaz que iba a hablar con Abel Cullen, pero bueno, lo puse a Liliana. No, este no.
To work?
El amuleto que es... da magia nomás. A ver. Pero creo... Bueno, no tiene... Se lo ponemos a Dorian. No, el que está bueno es el que tengo yo, este. Acá. Tengo que ir acá a la gruta.
Inquisitor?
The Arcanist has arrived.
You should see for yourself.
Hello there. Well, don't just stand there slack-jawed. Let's figure out what you need.
Dagna era la enana que quería estudiar en el Dragon Age Origin. Nosotros le facilitamos para que vaya a estudiar, fue a estudiar al círculo del héroe de Felderen. Bueno, y acá en la Inquisición se convierte en la... Podemos crear... acá. Entonces, ahora podemos crear runas. Ya que no tengo nada. Mira, para descarcha nomás. ¿Qué tengo? ¿Todos los planos? Ah, sí. Tengo todos los planos. Yo los estaba igual buscando. Ah, ahí tenemos envíos especiales, ¿eh? Hoja de no sé qué. ¿Qué nos dieron? Ah, este no estaba en el Dragon Age de Belgar, este bastón me parece. Espada. Una daga, una espada y una... Ya lo voy a vender.
You're the magical advisor.
You're him, the Inquisitor. I'm Dagna. Arcanist Dagna. It's an honor, your worship. Is that it? The hand anchor mark? It's pretty. Reach was pretty too, in a destroy everything sort of way.
I welcome you to the Inquisition and look forward to your contribution.
Me too. I've heard some impossible things. I love impossible things. Those are the best to make, well, possible. I've looked at Harrod's devices. Precision is fantastic, but typical. Mundane. Old thinking. No disrespect meant to the classical trades, but you need a new perspective. I've made adjustments. As long as I keep making them, you can craft just about anything. Almost safely.
Where does a dwarf go to study magical theory?
Get out. I asked myself that question for years. Turns out, not in Orzammar. I had to start at a circle. I had help, though. A Grey Warden, and I am forever grateful. With that sanction, I visited a half-dozen circles. The wonders I've seen. And with an objective eye, I can spot where they overlap. That's a surprise for every teacher. It's a grand tradition, and it works so well with new thinking.
You were quick to join the Inquisition. Is there something you want?
How could I waste a chance to get close to you? And Corypheus? My goodness. And actual physical rifts in the Vale? Also dwarves? We don't dream. So when mages talk about it, I can only, well, dream what it would be like. So there's that, and all the things you'll probably find, and what I'll get to make. The rules are different here. Plus, you're paying me a lot. Like, wow, so much.
What qualifies you to be an arcanist?
I took the title because I'm a magical researcher, philosopher, and master of practical application. And I like it. I can't actually do magic because I'm a dwarf, but that also means no risk of possession. Safer than a mage. It means that every skill I have, I've learned through reason and understanding. Coming from the smith caste, I know the value of mastering a craft. Did you know dwarves invented enchanting? Probably.
What is it you do exactly?
I was born to the forge. That's literal in the smith caste. So the hammer and tongue, that's like a heartbeat. But you've a man for that already, and a good one. I'm here because of my passion for magic. Magical study, magical theory, magical enchantment, and through it, the manipulation of masterworks. I studied it all with an objective eye. No secrets, no fears. That lets me apply principles like no other. Maybe one other, but I don't have that wonky of a mind, so I still kind of win.
What's the story with enchanting?
Lyrium is the heart. In certain rational patterns, it beats like something alive. That's how I see it. So, a mage can make your weapons do things, but with the right runes, the right rarities, your toys become wonders. It's the one thing mages can't do. It drives them mad. Literally. Dwarves are resistant, so it doesn't affect us. Mostly.
You have the ability to make exceptional weapons and armor. Masterworks.
There's an art to the forge, as well as enchanting. You need an ear for it. And hands. Eyes, too. Nothing bad to say about Herod on that front. He's wonderful. But there's this little more needed. With the right bits, an edge can be more than an edge. Armor can do more than protect. A hue can be just a bit brighter. In short, smithing can be more. In short.
Another time, Dagna.
Of course. Bring me what you want made, and I'll make sure it goes just right. Mind your step for things, Inquisitor.
You seemed impressed by the anchor. What does it look like to you?
I heard what everyone says what you heard Coryphia say. That's a long chain of who said what's. To me, it says key. But keys do a lot of things. Open, lock, switch. Some open one thing, some open everything. It sounds like Coryphius made it to open. But it looks like you can use it to close. It may be that simple. It sure is pretty. Wish I could see through it.
You mentioned a Grey Warden who helped you start your studies.
Not any Grey Warden. The Grey Warden. The hero of Ferelden is a hero in Orzammar, too. It's incredible that someone like the hero of Ferelden would stop to help the little people. Literally.
You gave up so much, left your home. Was it really that amazing?
Yes. I left my home and my family, but I just knew I could be more than a smith. I wish my people weren't stuck in the past, and I regret that my father couldn't imagine another life for me. But I don't regret what I did.
Your years of study have paid off.
Oh yes, the mages said I brought a valuable perspective. I've even presented my work to the College of Enchanters. I wanted an exchange. The surface could learn about lyrium smithing, and Orzammar would gain knowledge of magic. But now there's no college. And so far as the Shaper is concerned, I'm castless. So you're getting my best work, Inquisitor. Let's make some great stuff.
The Warden affected you in a special way.
Talk to anyone, they'll say the same. It was a dark time. There was one light. He saved us. He saved me.
All right, rein it in. You have work to do.
Right, sorry. I get carried away when I think of it. Ready when you need me. Well, how are you?
Dagna, show me what you can do.
Do you want fire? The first ask is always fire. It's fire, isn't it? Here's how it goes. Bring me the rare stuff for enchanting or masterworks and prep it here, just like normal. Except it's not normal. It's manipulation of primal forces. And I'll make sure it goes just right. You'll see. Let's see together.
Y bueno, se va a quedar acá con el herrero.
Anything you need?
Any thoughts about our new tenant?
You sure she doesn't own the place? Acts like it.
No offense. It needed work.
And fine work she's done to it. And for you. Don't mind me. Been a lot of change lately. Cheery as sugared flowers she is.
I'll be back later.
I'll be here.
Vamos a vender estas cosas. Bueno, ahora lo que estuvimos hablando con Dagna es que cuando fabriquemos, por ejemplo, un arma, ahora nos agregó esto de ahí. Es más, todas las cosas lo tengo. A ver, de grado 1 también. También. Se llama obra maestra. La obra maestra lo que tiene, que se le ponen estas cosas, ¿eh? Probabilidad de obra maestra. Esto hace que 20%, hay un 20% de que todas las estadísticas que estén acá, también la armadura, se mejora un 10%. Ah, pero tengo bastante, pensé que tenía. Estas cosas se consiguen así al azar. O sea, yo estoy agarrando un metal, o sea, me puede salir. Este es uno que es buenísimo. Pero este es el de grado 1. Después cuando consiga el de grado 3. Bueno, no era por acá, pero bueno. Igual da igual. De este lado llegamos a... Acá también me puedo tirar. Subiendo acá... Ah, acá está. Esta es la caída. Yo me olvidé, claro, ahí se va a poner uno. Otro se va a poner acá y el otro acá abajo. Abajo de nosotros. Estamos en el mismo lugar donde estábamos antes. Josephine terminó. Vamos a ver dónde la puedo reubicar.
Lost 3 shipments. It's still rough out there.
Forget that. We're back in.
$11 minutos.
The order
Media
was
hora.
sent?
This morning.
Inquisitor?
Inquisitor?
Ah, acá sacaron las cosas. Pero vamos.
How about that?
Vamos por acá.
Greetings, Inquisitor. That is your title now, yes? I should thank you. The way things ended in Redcliffe, you could have demanded anything you wished. Yet you chose to make us equal partners. I was not expecting that.
Having you here willingly can only make us stronger.
Fair enough. I've been a Grey Warden, Grand Enchanter, leader of a rebellion, and now I am none of those things. Odd where fate takes you, as you're no doubt well aware.
You were once a Grey Warden.
Mine is an unusual circumstance, Inquisitor. Normally one is part of the Order until death, but long ago I found myself stripped of what made me a Warden. They tried to reinitiate me, but nothing worked. Nor could they figure out how it happened. So I was sent to the Circle of Magi, the first warden ever to be kicked out. Quite the achievement.
You sound happy about it.
Becoming a warden seemed like a dream when I was first conscripted. Towards the end, however, my brothers and sisters, they felt I had somehow cheated death. I was glad to leave. It also made me unique in the Circle. I had an opportunity to do more than I ever could as a warden.
You mean you began the Mage Rebellion?
I pushed for our vote to free the circles of Magi, but I cannot claim sole responsibility for what followed. Still, despite all the chaos, I would do it again. What happened had to happen.
You're not still the Grand Enchanter, then?
Any claim I had to the title ended along with the circles of Magi, although some still call me by it. Perhaps the circles will one day be resurrected. If so, another will take the position. Until that time, I lead my fellow mages by default. I will do what I can for them.
You believe they'll recreate the Circle of Magi after all this?
It depends on who the next divine is, and what she offers. We can't go back to the way things were. But endless warfare benefits no one. That is why I agreed to Justinia's conclave. There must be another solution.
I've been meaning to ask, how exactly did the Venatori take control in Redcliffe?
Mages constantly found their way to us while we were there. Stragglers, most of them strangers. I had no way of knowing some were actually Tevinter. They spread whispers, encouraged talk of an alliance, and we were desperate. I'm not proud of our choice, but we were certain Templars were coming. It could have ended far worse.
I trust everything is well with the mages.
There have been a few scuffles with your Templars, but overall, it is going well.
I'll leave you to it.
I heard of your verdict on Alexius, Inquisitor. It was all he deserved. I hope it serves as a warning for anyone, Magister or no, who thinks of trying that again.
You were once a Grey Warden.
Mine is an unusual circumstance, Inquisitor. Normally one is part of the Order until death.
Esto
So
ya lo
I was
hablamos.
sent to the Circle of Magi, the first warden. Greetings again, Inquisitor.
Sí, esto también.
I trust everything is well with the mages.
There have been a few scuffles with your Templars, but overall, it is going well.
I'll leave you to it.
Greetings to you, Inquisitor. I am to serve as assistant to any research concerns. You'll find my skills are exceptional. I hope they prove useful.
You're taking over the duties of Minave.
Yes. She said she was needed elsewhere and that I should serve the Inquisition to the best of my ability.
What is she doing?
I wasn't told.
How can you serve the Inquisition?
I am to aid in the research of all creatures encountered in your efforts as leader of the Inquisition.
What makes you particularly qualified?
I remember being fond of animals. I don't remember why.
You were made tranquil.
Yes, I am tranquil. It was necessary due to a willful nature that made wielding magic a dangerous endeavor. I remember that being a difficult time, but I cannot remember why. My skills are well used in my current position.
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
Adequate, based on the partial improvements to Skyhold.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Bueno, ahora entonces yo me había equivocado. Ahora sí tenemos una tranquila que se dedique a investigar.
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
Mira, nos dio una operación.
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
Adequate, based on a partial improvement to Skyhold.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor. Inquisitor.
What is your evaluation?
Adequate, based on a partial improvement. Yes.
Bueno, ahí entregamos un par de cosas. Ahora sigo subiendo. Acá está Liliana acá. Esta sería su guarida. Ahí tienen las aves para mandar mensajes.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
The names of those we lost. You must blame me for this.
Fue culpa tuya.
We all saw who attacked us. We know exactly who to blame.
I keep wondering if I could have done something different. When the first of my lookouts went missing, I pulled the rest back, awaiting more information. If they'd stayed in the field, they could have bought us more time. I was afraid to lose my agents. And instead, we lost Haven.
Aprende la lección.
You will be prepared next time.
I won't let this happen again. My people know their duty. They know the risks. They understand that the Inquisition may call upon them to give their lives.
Our people aren't tools to be used and discarded. Your instincts were right. Their lives matter.
Can we afford such sentimentality? What if Corypheus...
We are better than Corypheus.
Yo me equivoqué ahí, joder. Para ver. Ah, bueno, justo. Ah, este siempre va a estar así, nunca se distraba ese. Siempre lo vamos a marcar. Y este también. Sí. Bueno, vamos a pasar.
You must blame me for this.
Those deaths are on your hands. It was your job to watch, to prepare us.
Yes, it was my fault. But how was I to know what we really faced? The Red Templars are like nothing I've seen, and the Venatori hide their tracks well. I keep wondering if I could have done something different. When the first of my lookouts went missing, I pulled the rest back. I was afraid to lose my agents.
You will be prepared.
They understand that the Inquisition may call upon them to give their lives.
True. There are soldiers. They'll do what we need them to.
If Corypheus is cold, I must be colder. War demands sacrifices of us all.
Ahora sí. Terminó Kulen, ¿no? Ve lo que puedo hacer, me puedo tirar. Me puedo tirar a cualquier altura que no pasa nada.
Inquisitor?
Obviamente mientras esté acá. Cuando vayamos a las zonas de los mapas ahí no hay. Calculen. Reclutar por la Inquisición. A ver este.
Any word?
Nothing yet.
Ah, este es de la tranquila, ¿no? Ah, yo la pondría Liliana ahí. Está ocupada, ¿no? 15 minutos. Vamos a ver el otro lado.
Have you heard anything?
Not yet. I'll let you know as soon as I do.
No, ahí mandaría Liliana también. Con esto matamos a todos. Esta es la solución pacífica y este... Bueno,
All right.
vamos a capturarlo. Capaz que lo juzgamos. No creo igual. Porque si es un... No creo que lo juzguemos porque si es un personaje que no vemos en el juego. Ah, pero es verdad. El señor Avarita que nos tiraba cabras tampoco lo habíamos visto, ¿verdad? Era el padre de uno que matamos. Bueno, ya hablé con Liliana.
Inquisitor?
Vamos para acá. Antes de salir, vamos a ver acá. Acá están los jardines. Y ahí tenemos para... Podemos plantar plantas.
Fertile ground even here. This hold has everything.
Acá tenemos las macetas estas. Si dejo una planta, después crece y la podemos lootear. Si yo no cambio la semilla, va a salir siempre la misma. También más adelante se va a poder mejorar y poner más plantas.
Inquisitor, Elan Vimal. Honored to represent the College of Herbalists and offer my services as apothecary. My colleague Adan was clear about the worth of your cause. I look forward to assisting him.
I look forward to working with you.
And are you? I wasn't sure what to think of you people, but recent events have put those doubts to bed. All the mundane needs of Skyhold will be well tended. If you note anything special, let me know. I'm here to serve the cause we must. I am at your service.
What is your evaluation of our supplies?
We are well supplied, and I foresee only better to come.
Are there others who could come to Skyhold?
They are helping now. I have contacted many of our finest, and their influence is not inconsequential. They are not, shall we say, prone to take the field, but we will be well supplied.
Where did you receive your training?
I studied with Adan after he left the service of the King of Ferelden. Well, when the king was no longer there to serve. Our College of Associates tends to meet informally. I've since been fortunate enough to serve various heads of state. They are all as good as another, truth be told. My skills and contacts are better suited to more imminent need.
I take it you're a city elf, not Dalish.
It's not a useful identifier. I am an elf. I was raised away from the Dalish. No, I do not know their customs. Perhaps that wasn't immediately obvious. It's of little concern. I have skill enough to be evaluated by what I can do. My associates appreciate my work.
As you were.
Of course, Inquisitor. I am at your service.
What is your evaluation of our supplies?
We are well supplied, and I foresee only better to come.
Inquisitor, you have finally come into your own. The Maker has put you on a difficult path. I pray you walk it safely.
I remember our talk out there, before we found Skyhold. It wasn't just the Maker who put me on this path, was it?
The Inquisitor could never have been Cassandra, or Leliana, or me for that matter. We are too political, too tied to the Chantry and all its failings. But I did not make you stand against Corypheus. I did not make you risk death to save the people of Haven. Only you could be the Inquisitor. I only pray the power of the Inquisition is enough.
We're long past the time for prayers.
We are never past the time for prayers, Inquisitor. The Maker has chosen you to deliver us from Corypheus. You have the faith and support of everyone here. Never forget that. Now, was there anything else?
Can you tell me anything about Corypheus?
I know nothing of the man personally, but the Chant of Light speaks of what he claims to be. No matter their power, their triumphs, the Mage Lords of Tevinter were men and doomed to die. Then a voice whispered within their hearts, "Shall you surrender your power to time like the beasts of the fields? You are the lords of the earth. Go forth to claim the empty throne of heaven and be gods."
That was one of the old gods speaking in their dreams.
Yes, Dumat, as I understand it. In secret, they worked magic upon magic. All their power and all their vanity they turned against the veil, until at last it gave way.
That sounds like what happened with the breach.
Very similar, Inquisitor. Above them, a river of light. Before them, the throne of heaven waiting. Beneath their feet, the footprints of the Maker, and all around them echoed a vast silence. But when they took a single step toward the empty throne, a great voice cried out, shaking the very foundations of heaven and earth.
Corypheus said he found only chaos and corruption.
The Chant of Light says that it was beautiful until the Maker himself spoke. And so is the Golden City blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven and doom upon all the world.
Corypheus seemed so certain that he heard nothing. He described it as dead whispers.
Bitterness, perhaps? He paid a high price for his crime. Violently were they cast down, for no mortal may walk bodily in the realm of dreams, bearing the mark of their crime.
Walking bodily in the realm of dreams is exactly what Corypheus said he did. But the mark, could it be related to the mark I bear?
I cannot say. Perhaps Andraste saw clearly and we misinterpreted her words. It was always taught that the mark they bore was the shape of Darkspawn. Bodies so maimed and distorted that none should see them and know them for men. That is all I know of your adversary, Inquisitor.
That's nothing but myth and legend.
Myth and legend that matches at least some of what your adversary himself said. You want a literal truth, and I cannot fault you for it. I would as well if I faced such a foe. A century from now, your own story may be another verse. And who knows how much truth it will hold. Still, I would trust these words over any spoken by Corypheus. I hope they help you. Herald of Andraste.
Can you tell me how our people are doing?
What would you like to know?
How are our forces at Skyhold doing?
Still in shock, for the most part, to see Haven destroyed so soon after the Conclave. You saved many, but still lives were lost, and traveling through the wilderness did not make treating injuries easier. For all that, though, more people arrive every day. Some are refugees, but others want to help. Your Inquisition is growing. I pray you use it wisely.
Do you have information on people elsewhere?
The refugees in the hinterlands are desperate. Without help, starvation or war will claim many lives. Villagers in Crestwood are besieged by their own dead. They have sent word begging for assistance. People are vanishing in the hills of Emprise de Lyon. It may be deep. More than that I cannot say. It is
Eso ya me lo había dicho antes. No sé si plantar algo acá. De las raras, obviamente. A ver, tenemos esta. Tenemos Filandaris. A ver. Pues si tengo esa, puedo hacer la misión. No, no la tengo, mirá. No sé por qué tengo la semilla entonces. La plantaría esta. ¿Cuál es la más rara? Reconstituyente. Para la defensa. Para atacar. Bueno, vamos a poner este. Y después el otro le pongo... ¿Ves? Ahí quiere decir que se puso. Y acá le ponemos el Felandaris. Ahí. Y más o menos después con el tiempo vuelvo y... se puede lootear. Acá está la templaria.
Thank you for Haven. Less so for Redcliffe, but I am committed to serve your worship.
Le salvamos la vida ya. Aquí hay como una mini iglesia. Tenemos que recorrer las murallas. Ahí está mi cuarto. Ah, ahí hay una flecha. Las murallas se recorre todo. O sea, todo. Podemos entrar a todos los lugares. Este es el de mi... Bueno, estas dos son de mi cuarto. A ver dónde agarró la flecha esa. Ah, es un mensaje. Después ahí está esa madera. Después cuando la quiten. Mira, acá también podemos ir. Vamos a hacer la muralla y después salimos afuera. La escena terminó. Volvamos.
Inquisitor?
Otra misión más, ¿no?
My scouts report no signs of danger in the pass nearby.
I will arrange patrols to ensure it stays that way.
Let's see what we have.
Ahora ponemos a Liliana. ¿Cuánto le queda? 5 minutos. Ah, Cullen creo que está ocupado. Ahora se libera a Josephine. A ver, no sé. Ahora me fijo dónde.
I have something for you, Commander. The soldiers the Herald rescued from the Fallermire arrived an hour ago.
Thank the Maker. We need good news.
Recién ahora. Bueno, ahí estaba. Recursos. No, ese vamos a poner el liviano. Ah, pero este no. Todavía no. Ah, había otro ya. A ver. Tenemos a Josephine. Bueno.
At your service.
Será para ella. Los otros que están. Ay. Sello del gran oso, a ver. Bueno, este puede ser que esté bueno para los magos. O sea, la regeneración 50, igual es mucho también, 50%. Pero me parece que el mago cuando sube de nivel, aumenta el ataque, a ver, defensa mágica, ofensa, defensa mágica, guardia, concentración. De las técnicas, no está. Me parece que el personaje cuando está a nivel más alto recarga más rápido el recurso. Pero igual hay unas habilidades, a ver, esta es la barrera antes de botarse. Tengáis una barrera activa de energía para un inhibidor más rápido cuando tenga la barrera. Este te da una segunda oportunidad. Espíritu guardián.
Inquisitor?
Bueno, vamos donde estábamos antes, a la muralla. Si ya lo había visto. Cullen está ahí adentro está Cullen. No, ya que estamos, vamos a hablar con él.
Majestic. How was a place like this ever lost?
Sí, la verdad que igual está un poco roto algunas cosas, pero todo esto está nuevo, toda esta parte. Acá está Barry. Bueno, vamos a hacerlo esto así. Esta era una principal, ¿no? Habla con Barry, sí. De las cenizas. Eso también se considera. Sí, hack. El campeón de Kirk.
Inquisitor, meet Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall.
Though I don't use that title much anymore.
Hawk, the Inquisitor. I figured you might have some friendly advice about Corypheus. You and I did fight him, after all.
You want my advice? Did you hear what happened to Kirkwall? My advice nearly tore that city apart.
Would you rather it had been someone else's decision? Starting the Mage Rebellion, breaking the circles? Is that better on someone else's head?
No.
That's why I want your advice.
Fair enough. I'll tell you whatever you think will help.
Varric said that you fought Corypheus before.
Fought and killed. The Grey Wardens were holding him, and he somehow used his connection to the Darkspawn to influence them.
Corypheus got into their heads, messed with their minds, turned them against each other.
If the Wardens have disappeared, they could have fallen under his control again.
If that's what happened to the Wardens, do you think we can free them?
It's possible. But we need to know more first. I've got a friend in the Wardens. He was investigating something unrelated for me. His name is Loghain. The last time we spoke, he was worried about corruption in the Warden ranks. Since then, nothing.
Corypheus would certainly qualify as corruption in the ranks. Did your friend disappear with them?
No. He told me he'd be hiding in an old smuggler's cave near Crestwood.
No puede ser si ya sé Loghain.
If you didn't know about Corypheus, what were you doing with the Wardens?
The Templars in Kirkwall were using a strange form of lyrium. It was red. I'd hoped the Wardens could tell me more about it.
Corypheus had Templars with him at Haven. They looked like they'd been exposed to the lyrium you describe.
Hopefully my friend in the Wardens will know more.
I appreciate the help.
I'm doing this as much for myself as for you. Corypheus is my responsibility. I thought I'd killed him before. This time, I'll make sure of it. Inquisitor.
Ah, mira, puedo charlar con él. La armadura está copadísima. O sea, la armadura esta está en el Dragon Age 2, obviamente. En Inquisition, pero no la podemos usar, la tiene él. Y está en el Dragon Age de Belgar. O sea, para que, como está tan buena, la gente la quiere usar para...
You said you thought you killed Corypheus.
The Grey Wardens had him imprisoned. They used my father's blood in a ritual to seal Corypheus inside. But he could still reach out and influence the Warden's thoughts. He sent them after me. And I didn't just think I killed him. When the fight was done, he was dead on the ground. Maybe his tie to the Blight somehow brought him back. Or maybe it's old Tevinter magic. But he was dead. I swear it.
Sí, lo matamos.
Where did you go after the mages rebelled?
I heard the Chantry might be sending an exalted march to Kirkwall to put down the rebellion. I hoped that leaving would save lives and force the Divine to divide her forces to come after me. As it turned out, I needn't have bothered. All the circles started rising up, and the exalted march never came.
I'd like to know more about Anders. What was he like?
Complicated. It's not like the minstrels make it out to be. He's not just a monster or a hero. Or maybe he's both. He was trying to change the world. He knew it couldn't happen peacefully.
I heard you had family and friends in Kirkwall. Where are they now?
When the Wardens began acting strangely, I had my friend Aveline take my brother out of the Free Marches. Merrill is helping elven refugees who were displaced by the war. I didn't want to take her away from that. Meryl's spent enough time fighting for her life with me.
Claro, yo tuve una relación con Merry.
Assume Varric's been feeding you information about the Inquisition. What did he say about me?
Only good things, I promise. I was a little surprised, actually. Varric isn't one for religion in general, but he thinks highly of the Inquisition. I think the exact phrase was, has a good shot at fixing Blondie's mess.
We'll talk later.
I'll meet you at Crestwood.
Es que igual se ve guapísima la armadura. La parte metálica. Con los gráficos de este juego. La textura. Bueno. Después obviamente Hap se va a ir, no se va a quedar acá porque...
Let me know if you have any other questions. Otherwise, I'll meet you at Crestwood.
We'll talk later.
Right.
Se va a escapar porque si llega a enterar de Indiana, Cassandra, digo. A ver, acá que entramos al bar, ¿no? Sí. Acá está Cole. Ah, no está acá todavía. El noveno personaje que se une a nosotros va a estar acá. Tenemos que ir al patio para... Pero tengo que decirle que se quede. Y acá, esta cosa de acá es la cantina. Tiene como 3 pisos. Después allá es una sala de operaciones, creo que. No me acuerdo bien. Cunal. ¿Qué es esto? Acá está Cole, pero bueno, ahora no está porque Cullen, digo. Ahora no está porque debe estar abajo. Podemos ir, salir de acá y pasar ahí. Debe andar por allá. Acá están los establos. Bueno, esta parte está rota nomás. Bueno, voy a salir por la entrada principal. Ah.
Inquisitor?
Ah, Barry está acá. Bueno, vamos a charlar con él.
Is this a bad time? I can come back.
No, it's all right. Bills are really not that engrossing. I've been meaning to come talk to you anyhow. I never officially joined the Inquisition. I don't know how to do this disciplehood thing. I'm a businessman. Never really followed a chosen one before.
I don't need a disciple. I need a friend.
If you knew how intimidating you are, you wouldn't make it sound so simple. You just don't know what you are to the people out there. The Herald of Andraste is a symbol bigger than any of us.
What am I to you, then?
None of this shit makes any sense to me. Is this the end of the world? Did Andraste send you through the breach? I have no idea. You heard the crowd singing after Haven was attacked?
Whatever I am to Thedas, I'm still just an ordinary person.
So, just a regular person, like anybody else. Right. I should probably get back to work. Unless, you up for a game of Wicked Grace? Looking for someone to talk your ear off? I think I can oblige.
I've read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
Carry on.
What can I do for you, Inquisitor?
What can you tell me about this Corypheus?
I'm not exactly an expert, but ask away and I'll answer what I can.
How did you first encounter him?
A few years back, I was dealing with some trouble from a Carter clan that went rogue. They were sending assassins after the Hawk family. We tracked them to a rune in the Vimarks. It turned out to be a trap. Once you went far enough into the rune, there was a magic barrier that kept you from going back. The whole thing was a prison the Grey Wardens were using to hold what they thought was a powerful darkspawn.
I've never heard of Wardens locking up Darkspawn. Why wouldn't they just kill him and be done with it?
I don't think they could. From what we saw in there, Corypheus can control Wardens somehow. They couldn't attack him. The Wardens locked him up because there was nothing else they could do.
He looks like some sort of blighted creature, but he speaks. What is he exactly?
The Wardens who imprisoned him thought he was just a darkspawn. But you heard him ranting. He claims he's a Magister. One who assaulted the Golden City, what, more than 1,000 years ago? It seems crazy, but if he's telling the truth, he's one of the people who caused the blights.
Sí, o sea, es verdad, tiene parte de la culpa, pero la ruina en sí la crearon los Fenarel con Vital. Es verdad que Fenarel después la encerró en el velo, pero bueno. Pues podría haberse... Quizá en algún momento podría haberse escapado sola en la ruina también.
You and Hawk both said before he was supposed to be dead.
He was dead. We killed him. The only way for us to escape the prison Corypheus was trapped in was to go through him. We weren't going to just leave the door to his prison open behind us and hope he was dead. We made sure.
All right, I think that's enough about Corypheus.
No problem. I've got a minute if you need something.
What are your thoughts on the Inquisition?
If there's anybody out there who hasn't joined the Inquisition, they're hiding under a rock. Did you want to take over for Eldon? I think we might be able to conquer it just by looking east.
How do you think Josephine is handling the job of ambassador?
If this Inquisition thing doesn't work out, I may hire her to deal with the Merchants Guild. She'd own them before breakfast.
What do you think of our general?
Find him a war or something. If he spends any more time in the yard drilling, Josephine will have him killed.
What do you think of Leliana's work?
Do you want to know what the Arashok had for breakfast this morning? I think she can tell you.
Good to know.
Back to work, then. Looking for someone to talk your ear off? I think I can oblige.
What are your thoughts on the Inquisition?
If there's anybody out there who hasn't joined the Inquisition, they're hiding under a rock. Did you want to take over for Eldon? What can I do for you, Inquisitor?
I want to know more about Red Lyrium.
I'll tell you what I can.
What could the Templars want with it?
In Kirkwall, just having the Lyrium idol made Knight Commander Meredith impossibly strong. Before it turned her into a Lyrium statue, anyway. Maybe they thought the power was worth it, or maybe they didn't know the consequences.
I think that's enough on Red Lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject. What can I do for you, Inquisitor?
I want to know more about Red Lyrium.
I'll tell you what I can.
I've seen it infect people like a disease and turn them to Lyrium. How can it do that?
That's a good question. The people I've had studying the stuff say you need to actually touch it to get infected. But it seems to take time. The longer you spend with it, the more likely you'll come down with a case of the crazy. But how it works, and if it can be cured, they haven't figured out.
I think that's enough on Red Lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject. I've got a minute if you need something.
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Oh, thank... No problem.
Este no me acuerdo quién era, pero pensé que uno
Lots of standards.
era uno que salvamos.
That'll
Acá está
guide the
viene
dragon right in.
By the time it's across
el
the
de las pociones.
that
Black
roaring
Wolf.
pincushion will be ripe for swords.
That easy.
Never said it'd be easy, but we win, so it won't come.
Ahí está. No, acá. Ahí está la prisión. Mira, Cera está acá también.
You get a title, I get the boot. I see how it is. I mean, thanks for my life. Pleased to serve. Just doing my job.
It was a mistake to use Haven as a base of operations. The town was completely indefensible.
It was a bad location. We should have moved sooner.
You left yourself vulnerable to attack. It was a miscalculation, one that I'm sure you won't repeat. But the enemy struck a serious blow against you and the Inquisition. We must recognize that. You must.
I'm not going to forgive what happened at Haven. Corypheus will answer for what he's done.
You're angry. Good. Anger can save you when everything else is gone. Just make sure you put it to good use. Our enemy advances, Inquisitor. We must not sit idly by. Act first and teach them to fear us. You can become the leader the faithful require, but you must do it soon.
Bueno, ahora viene, se fue y aparece ahí arriba.
Haven was a cock-up, Herald, Inquisitor. But you did right by me, and others. We'll pay you back.
So, this is Skyhold. Come, let's walk the ramparts. I want to examine our fortifications. We'll be able to see Corypheus coming from miles away.
He's not going to get the better of us again.
We lost good soldiers that day, loyal men and women. Let him come. I swear I'll take the twister bastard down, even if I have to die to do it.
I'm grateful for your support.
It's my job, isn't it? Killing Darkspawn. Look, in spite of it all, there is hope. The people flock to your banner. They believe in you. Tell me honestly, are you what they say you are? Andraste's chosen?
wish they'd understand that I'm really nobody.
You're somebody. Don't you see what you are to them? Without you, they'd be consumed by despair. We all would. They need you to be Andraste's messenger. It gives them hope. The truth doesn't matter. Listen to me talk. Your time is valuable and I've wasted enough of it.
Bueno, nos dejó acá. Estaba viendo eso, ahí está. O sea, se sube por el camino ese de ahí, ¿no? Ese camino de ahí se sube todo para acá. Sí, es complicado atacar esto de la fortaleza esta. O sea, arriba de una montaña. Y ahí están toda la gente, ¿no? Acá está. Harden.
How do you know they went here? Darkspawn don't think, they flow.
So, Inquisitor. It's Inquisitor now, right? Remember that war we talked about stopping? Full of little baddies I can stick with little arrows. That's not a friggin' archdemon, is it? Droste, what did I step in?
I've apparently been through a lot. Yes, Corypheus was a surprise.
No, a surprise would be, oh, I stepped in dog shite. No one says, oh, a Magister God monster, I'm surprised. Impossible things aren't surprises.
The ancient thing trying to kill us seems pretty real.
Don't get me started. Oh, wait, too late, right? A Magister who cracked the Black City. It's a hazy dream, right? I mean, if it's real, then the seat of the Maker? Real thing. A seat needs a butt, so the Maker? Real thing. Fairy stories about the start and end of the world? Real things. It's too far, isn't it? I just want to plug the Skyhole rubbish so I can go play.
You joined to help the little people caught up in this. But do you believe it or not?
In Andraste? Of course.
But you doubt what you're seeing and hearing.
It can't be true. Even fanatics don't want to be this right. Look, I have arrows. I can make this Corypheus believe in those. Good enough? Please be good enough.
Keep calling it nonsense. That perspective will keep the Inquisition grounded.
Oh, I can do that. Sure could use a few more people shouting no. We fight, the bad things go away, everyone calms down, and everything goes back to normal. A nice, well-paid normal.
Bueno, Cera es lesbiana, así que no se puede.
You're starting to not sound completely crazy.
I know, scary, innit? So bring 'em on. But first, food. I'm starving.
Bueno, acá tenemos... ¿Por qué se queda ahí?
Demon armies and wardens, and Varric has exactly who we need. The big talker just knows everything.
Bueno, ya que estamos...
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Again with your people. Right, which ones?
A ver si puede hablar... No, Cole todavía no, ¿no?
We'll talk later.
Good, right? I'll be here. Uh-huh.
So, you like to have fun. The Inquisition seems an odd fit. Why are you really here?
What do you mean? To help people.
It's starting to sound like you're looking for something more.
It is. Mostly. Okay, fine. There's talk and... I want to see.
See what?
I don't know. I've got all this chantry stuff in my head, and it makes sense, right? But it's fuzzy. I want to see if it's all really real. I just don't know if I want to really know. So I'm selfish. It's all for me. Count yourself lucky, I guess.
Are things playing out the way you expected?
Cassandra laid it out, right? You're the big hat now. Gonna make everything the way it should be. Praying's nice, I suppose. Corypheus bit, though. Shite.
Corypheus.
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 Sack Splash. I know his name. Doesn't deserve the respect of me saying it, does he?
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on. Something you want?
Are things playing out the way you expected?
Cassandra laid it out, right? You're the big hat now. Gonna make everything... Praying's nice, I suppose. Corypheus bit, though.
Acá está la prisión.
With allies come enemies. And now we have a place to hold them.
Your Worship, the cells are ready for the enemies of the Inquisition. Good facilities at Skyhold. Whoever built this knew how to keep prisoners safe but secure.
Mira, se me llenó un poquito de esto. O estaba así, bueno, no sé. Pero no, todavía no hemos combatido con nadie. Acá. Claro, acá hay como una herrería. Pero es para nuestras fuerzas, no es mi herrería, digamos. Ahí está Cassandra. Está Toro. Y este dibujo ya lo habíamos visto en las tierras interiores. Yo creo que esto, bueno, este es Fenarel, obviamente. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tiene 7 ojos. Y esta me parece que es Vital. Le ponían los dibujitos antes, claro. Pues los creadores se sabían la historia, seguro. Yo ni cuenta me da. Yo no le daba ni bola a los dioses élficos porque tienen esos nombres raros que... Pero eran la clave de todo.
Scout Harding,
Your Worship.
shouldn't you be out there scouting?
In a bit. We're in Skyhold for supplies and a change of personnel. Not me, though. Indispensable.
So, who's Scout Harding really?
Me? Oh, I'm no one. Lived near Redcliffe all my life. Herded sheep for my neighbor. When the Inquisition came through my village, I helped by telling them everything I knew about the area. Then I signed on. Wanted to see the world before it was swallowed up by... that thing out there.
What's been going on?
Seeker Cassandra came through here, looking like a storm cloud. That's just her face, though, isn't it?
I should go.
Inquisitor.
So, who's Scout Harding, really?
Me? Oh. Then I signed on. Wanted to see the world before...
What's been going on?
Ambassador Montilier sent me a basket of flowers to thank me for my work with the Inquisition. She's so lovely.
What's been going on?
Varric came by to talk. He told me a story about copper marigolds.
What's been going on?
Madame de Fer said hello to me. Or maybe she was waving at someone else and I just thought she was. Yeah, that's probably what happened.
What's been going on?
Dorian's awfully pretty, isn't he?
What's been going on?
Just relaxing, taking a breath. You need to sometimes to keep sane.
What's been going on?
Just waiting to get back out there.
I should go.
Inquisitor, huh? Well, you've got the fortress for it. Speaking of which, when you've got a second, there's something I want to show you.
What did you want me to come see?
Here, come on. I'll show you.
Why am I dressed like this?
You'll see. Come on. It'll be worth your time, I promise. Evening. Iron Bull. My merc band just joined up.
Tanner. I'm from Jader. Well, near Jader.
Mira. I was guard captain for Lady Pendel. Signed on after shit blew up at the Conclave. Share a drink? Who's your friend?
This is Grim. He doesn't talk much.
Hey.
So, you ready to kill some demons? Or Venatori, or whatever that Corypheus asshole is?
This isn't just about killing. We're helping the Inquisitor save the world and build the next empire.
Well, long as I get paid, I'm happy. That's why I signed up.
I just couldn't spend my whole life on a farm. Needed to live a little, you know.
What about you, Mira? Why'd you join up? I thought you were serving some noble.
I saw what happened at Haven. The Inquisitor staring down that monster and his archdemon. I don't sing the chant of light as much as I should. But you can't see something like that and not believe.
Well, Grim and I should find our tents. Thanks for the drink. I know every soldier under my command. You don't have that option, but a few faces might help.
You made it sound like you didn't like the Inquisition.
People don't always tell the truth when you're polite. You've got to poke them a bit.
Those two soldiers might think you're an arsehole.
So?
I knew some of the soldiers felt like that, but to actually hear it...
It's hard to be just an idea sometimes. That's all you are to most of them. It's why you could stand right in front of them without being recognized. You've got a good army coming along. Remember that, no matter what comes next.
Ah, esta era la de la cantina, ¿no?
Oh, it's you. Your worship. I'm serving now, in a different way.
No va a ser la nueva cantinera de... Bueno, ya terminó, creo que dijo Leliana y antes había terminado Josephine. Ahí tenemos viaje rápido. Ah, y acá también hay un... Ah, acá está la mesa de de los requerimientos.
Bells, it's you. Morris. Sir Morris, I suppose. I am serving as quartermaster for Skyhold and its arriving throngs. Stores are growing, and so long as we have fair coin to restock, you and yours will be well served.
What makes you ideal for this position? It's an important one.
My family has ties to several freehold militias, as well as cousins acting as officers in Ferelden and Orlais.
And your qualifications?
My family holds treaties with 3 new money Tevinter houses, and a rare Orzuma contract with a Paragon namesake.
And your qualifications?
To be honest, your worship, that was my question. I am the nexus of a dozen threads tied by others, designed to cast the widest and most appealing resource net. But I will rise to the occasion. Skyhold will want for nothing. I swear it.
The previous quartermaster survived Haven. Where is she?
She had views. Has views. Perfectly legitimate ones if you share them, Inquisitor. I believe it was felt that your quartermaster should be more palatable now that the Inquisition is in Orlais. She continues to serve, just not at the fore.
How's it going? Do we have what we need?
Our capacity increases, as do our requests to suppliers. I've had to threaten some contracts. It was exhilarating.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor. Inquisitor.
How's it going? Do we have what we need?
Our capacity increases, as do our requests. It was exhilarating.
Bueno, acá tenemos las cosas de los mapas. Por ejemplo, este de las tierras interiores. Ah, mira, ahora lo tengo. Pero no lo voy a hacer igual. Y tenemos este que es la ciénaga desértica. Bueno, tenemos, como decía, las cosas de las zonas, pero también tenemos esta que mejoran el castillo. ¿Ves? Acá tengo para elegir si quiero un espacio para la capilla o para las hierbas. Y inverte aquí para elegir un espacio para el campo de entrenamiento. Después tenemos que ir, ahora que ese lo hicimos, tenemos que ir al lugar y seleccionar ahí lo que queremos. Este será enfermería o campo de entrenamiento.
Consider it done.
Bueno, vamos a la mesa. Estaba viendo que... Es más, podría elegir ya la mejora. Porque estaba viendo eso. Vamos a elegir la de mejorar el jardín porque... Dicen que... ¿Ves? Tenemos que venir acá. Dicen que la de la capilla... Porque puede ser que te dé oro. ¿Ves? Mejora jardín, lo convierte... Esta mejora aporta en recursos. Pero en realidad dicen que no te da, o sea, se destraban algunas operaciones en la mesa de guerra, pero nada más. En cambio esta, voy a tener, como está el dibujo ahí, ya tenía 2 macetas, vamos a pasar a tener 6. Vamos con este. ¿Ves? Ahí está. Tenemos esos 2 que pusimos. Vamos a poner... Ah, se puso ese. Joder. Bueno. 2 Felandaris. No sé cuál había puesto. Me parece que había puesto este. 2 de ese. Y 2. Vamos a poner 2. Este creo que tengo. Ortiga de Enredadera. Laurel del Profeta. Ahí está. Después el otro necesitamos canteras. Mira, ahora se vino por acá.
No time. Working.
Canteras creo que había descubierto una.
That's the lot. Strange bit of kit for a fortress. No one else.
Amuleto de poder.
Really? You did not notice? I had no idea Lady Beverly was one of your people. You might have told me before I embarrassed myself.
Bueno, ahora sí, vamos a poner acá. Esto dura 7 horas y pico.
Inquisitor.
Bueno, acá ya estaría. Nos quedaría de este lado.
We cannot neglect our soldiers' training.
Can we neglect roads? Our allies cannot take the same route through the mountains we did.
Ah, pero este dura poco, ¿no? Vamos a hacer una que dure más. Bueno, ese para Josephine, pero a ver si hay otra que dure más. recursos. Vamos a... los toco para así si le sale eso. La marca esa.
Inquisitor?